Hello, 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 everybody.
Hello,
Welcome.
everyone.
Welcome to another episode of Forex Focus, where we talk all about mastering the art of trading with a strong mindset.
Yes, that's right. And today we are doing our episode number 18. And today we are going to talk about something that I think it's really important, in general, but obviously we're going to focus in the context of trading. And that is that we're talking about effective journaling and self-reflection in trading. So,
which
yeah,
sounds
it's
really,
really,
which
really interesting.
I think is a cool topic. Barry, are you with us?
Yes, I am here.
Well,
Hello.
welcome.
You can hear me all right?
Yes,
Yes.
we hear you loud and clear.
Okay, awesome.
And for those of you who don't know we're live yet, I'm going to go ahead and let you know in our Discord community.
Perfect. So more people can join us and have a little nice chit chat conversation.
Yeah. 1 second. All right, so we'll give everybody a couple of minutes. And for those of you who are here with us live, please just feel free to take a moment to say hello in the comments. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Say hello, hello. We love to engage with you guys. So we'll give you a couple minutes just to kind of chime in before we get started. And we'll give the rest of our OFP Nation some time to come in.
Yes.
Journaling.
We're just waiting.
Yeah, we'll give maybe like another minute.
You're the one that can see if anyone's with us, Rhea. I don't know. Is anyone there?
Not yet, but that's
Not
okay.
yet.
We could always get going for the replay.
Yeah, I know, but hopefully it's someone, like some people will join right
Yeah.
now. That'd be nice. So,
All right. So who is with us? Be sure to let us know in the comments. Let
yes.
us know who is with us so we can greet you and say hello. Do, do, do. All right. Barry, are you ready to get going with some of these questions that Andy has for us today?
Born ready.
Born
Yay.
ready.
I'll
All
continue using that term.
right. Born
You have
ready.
to use a
I'm ready.
Deadpool, especially. Mhm.
Well, we're going to go ahead and we're going to dive right into these questions. And again, we're going to be talking about journaling today and um, how that can play an important role in our trading journey and how it could help us. So, Andrea, whenever you're ready with some of your questions, Barry and I will, as always, uh,
Sure.
gladly answer them for you.
With your wisdom and your experience. So, yeah, I'm more than happy that to start with some of my questions. And, like as usual, I like to start with a basic or not basic, but like an introduction question that is related to the topic of today. So, I wanted to start by asking what are the key benefits of journaling for traders?
Um, I mean, I'll say one. I think one key benefit to journaling is you're kind of able to identify some of your patterns, or not even that, but I would say like at least one key benefit for me is when I journal, I'm able to see what's working and what's not. So, if I look if I look back at my journal, I'm able to see, oh, okay, this is how I executed this trade. And this wasn't working, but this was working. So at least that's one benefit for me. But of course, I don't want to say anything else because I like to give space for Barry to speak.
Yeah, please do. Please do,
Right.
Barry.
Okay. So yeah, like Rhea has already said, like journaling helps with seeing your patterns, but I also think it helps you see patterns in the market. Like just overall, it's something that I heard from someone. They say that I think it was like commodities usually go up on Fridays, something like that. So, like commodities like silver, platinum, you name it, yeah, that type of thing. So, if you're journaling, you can also know which day, uh, if you're long or short, that the market may rally, like common days. So, you can see like common themes because history doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes, I can say. Yeah. So you can see that we are journaling. You can see what rhymes from the previous days. May not be exact, but there's some hints in there. Yeah.
That's a really
Right.
good point, Barry.
Yes, yes, I like it. Okay,
Uh,
and how? Yeah,
oh yeah, I was just gonna say,
go
yeah,
on.
no, that's a really good point because I've noticed also through journaling how specific pairs, especially if you're someone who trades the same pair or maybe two or three pairs over and over and over again, and you don't trade anything else. Um, I've I I've noticed over time how specific pairs move more on specific days of the week, or
Mhm.
different like that. And so if I wasn't journaling or it would be kind of difficult for me to kind of pay attention to that kind of thing or the patterns in not just my trading, but also just the patterns in market movements. Which the benefit of knowing those patterns is, well, now that I know this, now I know how to approach the market on these specific days at these specific times with these specific pairs. So that's a really good point, Barry. Thanks for sharing that.
Yes, thank you so much, Barry. And well, now that you both of you guys said, like the key benefits. Okay, so more specifically, how can journaling help traders identify and improve their strengths and weaknesses? I think you were saying something related to that, Rhea. So I don't know if you want to elaborate.
Um, okay, so for me, when I journal, I don't just journal, okay, I am trading, GU today, and, I entered here and I exited here, Um, but I'm also journaling why I took the trade. I'm also, I'm leaving myself notes or what I call breadcrumbs because I like to look back and I like to know where my state of mind was when I took that trade. So, okay, why did I take this trade? What did I see in the market that made me feel like I needed to execute this trade? Um, and of course, if I'm staying consistent within my trading plan, that would be a big part of it, right? Is okay, it met these guidelines. Um, but then it's also an opportunity for me to examine, when I lose a trade, okay, I lost this trade. So now I'm journaling, I lost this trade. Now this is an opportunity for me to examine, well, you know, was there something specific that I may have missed or something that, um, in the future I can identify so that I can increase my chances of profitability in my next trade. Um, so it's kind of like I'm also analyzing things like that. Um, and in doing so, it kind of helps me to kind of make better trading decisions, as I go along. So that's kind of how I see that. Barry, I don't know if you have anything else you want to add.
All right. So, yes, I have journaled with words before. Yes, Ria, I know you usually think anti-journaling, but I think I know what type of journaling I do. It's like, what can I say? A numbers journal. Yeah, where there are my wins and losses, expectations, also future predictions of where the market can go, performance, stuff like that. So that's like my type of thing. So like if I'm also in a losing streak, I can know like probably the probability of the streak of how far it can go, and that can prepare me as well. So that type of thing. And also if like we are in a good month, all of those things, yeah, it just also just gives me a picture. My picture is in numbers than in words, I can say. So reviewing this also just reinforces the idea that if you do follow your system, you will reap the benefits, and the patience
Yeah.
always pays. So yeah.
And it's funny, Barry says that. I always joke with Barry. I'm like, Barry, I'm a girl. I think I work with the right side of my brain more. you know, you're the
Definitely.
left side
Yeah.
of your brain. So for me, yeah, I am not a numbers person as much as Barry is. I'm looking at other things. And for me, because I know myself emotionally, and I think knowing yourself emotionally when you're trying to succeed as a trader is also very important, which is why as part of my journaling, I'm not just journaling the numbers per se, but I'm also journaling my emotions, you know? Um, because then again, if something goes wrong with my trade and I'm looking at, okay, what I was thinking before I entered the trade or different things like that, those things actually help me a ton in my personal trading journey. But I think it's fascinating to kind of see how everyone differs. So that's really cool.
Yeah, definitely. Because like I think it depends on the personality and like the style of every single person. And even though you are journaling because of the same thing, which is trading, it is really interesting and I think really important to share each trader's style. So if anyone in the comments wants to share with us your kind of like style when you're journaling, or if you even do it, please do, because like maybe some of us like Rhea or Barry can take some inspiration to add something in their journaling journeys, or like you never know. That is why we have this community to share these like points of view in different topics. So I think that's really beautiful and really important, right? Yeah. Well, my next question would be, what are some practical tips for starting and maintaining a trading journal? Because, like maybe some people don't do that yet, or they try to do it, but they don't do it anymore, or maybe they want to do it, but don't know where to start. So, yeah, if any of you want to answer that question, please do, or the both of you.
Barry, it's your turn to go first.
Okay, the question was me
Um,
with okay, continue. The question was,
What are some practical tips for starting and maintaining a trading journal?
okay, what are some practical tips? Okay, I see it, right, for starting and maintaining a trading journal. Okay, well, start just doing it. Like start, it's not really that hard to start, but yeah, maintaining is what may be harder because you may, especially when it comes to the writing part, you may actually like feel bored. Maybe like, oh, why should I journal today? It was a win. Or why should I journal today? It was a loss. So it doesn't matter. I'll do it tomorrow. If you keep on pushing it to the following day, you'll find that you have missed probably 10 important journals that may have helped you. And the thought, it always needs to be fresh. So if you had that pain of losing that particular day or that joy in winning for that particular day, you need to journal all of that out, how you felt, how that loss felt, and everything like that, so that you can see what really triggers you. Like, would that have made you put on a larger lot size afterwards? Or would you have been hesitant to like trade the following day just because you had maybe two losers in a row? So yeah, it's very easy to start, but maintaining is something that requires discipline. And if you'd ask practical ways on how someone can maintain it, is it's for your own benefit. Like you just have to. Yeah, so there's no right or wrong, but yeah, you just have to do it. Just do it. Yeah,
Just do it like Nike. No.
Yeah, just
Um,
do it.
exactly.
just do it. So, I mean, I think there's a couple different ways that you can journal. Okay, for me, I'm old school. I'm either journaling. I actually have like a notepad inside of my iPhone, and I just pull out my phone and I put the date and I just put a little, I journal. I also really like to journal. I actually have an actual physical journal, and I like to journal in that too. Um, and the kinds of things that I journal, for example, I'll put what day it is, I'll put what time it is, I'll put what pair I'm trading, I'll put whether or not it was a buy or a sell. I'll put what my risk to reward was. So I want to know, okay, I'm risking this many pips to gain this many. I put what my lot size is. So I put all that information in, and then I'll also put a note for myself. I'll say, okay, I'll leave a note for myself telling myself why I'm executing this trade. This is why I'm doing it. This is why I chose to enter this trade because of this. This is why I'm choosing this lot size or whatever. Maybe I decided to risk a little bit more. So I leave myself a note of why I'm risking a little bit more or whatever the case may be. But I'm very detailed. Um, that's just me. However, I also know that there are traders who like spreadsheets, right? A simple Google sheet or an Excel sheet, right? Maybe you just care about the numbers. So maybe you'll just put, oh, you'll use that to kind of do that. So that works too. But that's just to kind of give an example of some of the things that I might use, or some of the things I might do or the things that I might write down so that I know what to look back at. Uh, and then Barry was saying something about it's hard to maintain, and that's very true. So I think one thing that someone can do to kind of help with that is maybe set a specific day, so maybe if it's not once a week, maybe once a month, if they want to do that. Although I feel like, ugh, I couldn't do that. But but you can set like a specific day, um, where you specifically set aside time to just review your trades, review your track record, uh,
Yeah,
and make sure that you're on track.
keep that in mind, guys, because yeah,
Just a
it
thought.
might help. Yeah, just a thought. And okay, so now what are some specific examples of patterns or insights that traders can uncover through journaling?
Can I go first?
Yes, of course.
Okay. So yeah, like we already discussed in the beginning, you can know which days are good days, bad days, and the like. So yeah, that's one of the things that you can uncover. Another thing you can uncover is just your own personality. I, for one, I'm admitting here, I, for one, when I'm in a winning streak, I kind of like start to add more to my position. I don't know why, but yes, I do get to win more, but it's a bad habit. Like, there's gonna be that one trade that's gonna maybe mess things up a little bit. So when you journal, you'll be able to pinpoint your habits, like when you decide to overtrade, when you become a little bit overconfident, and you look back on how those events may have like benefited you or hurt you one way or another. Because I think the worst thing you can have is like a loss that will like get you uncomfortable for probably a few days, I would say, on end. Yeah, so when you journal these things, then you understand like, okay, this is what I should do and should not do. So yeah, that's those are some things which I think you can uncover. Yeah. Maybe to
That
maybe find the holy grail. You can start trading against your ideas. Yeah, so something like that, like where you feel your urges. So when you feel your urge to like buy, you sell instead. So something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good point too, because let's say you take a look at the trades you've been taking, and especially when you are trading with a prop firm, right? And let's say that you blow your prop firm account, you blow your daily drawdown, or you blow your max drawdown. If you take a look at your trading track record, you know, uh, you'll be able to identify why you did that, why you blew your daily drawdown limit, right? And I can give you an example of some things we see at OFP. Um, you know, a lot of times what people end up doing is kind of like what Barry said, right? Oh, when I'm on a winning streak, I'll increase my lot size. Or, but some traders, they do that when they're on a losing streak. you know, um, they're on a losing streak. And when you're on a losing streak, you should be reducing your lot size, not increasing your lot size. So when you have like a journal of your track record, you're actually able to look back and see, oh, I lost all these trades and I had the same lot size, and then I started losing and then I increased my lot size. So it'll kind of give you an idea of, yeah, some of those patterns, and hopefully you get the idea that maybe you shouldn't do that. But sometimes we need help from other traders to help us out too. So, but yeah, that was a great point, Barry. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Barry, and also thanks to you, Rhea, for always giving this very important information. And I think some people left some comments in the chat. Paul said that he likes Excel skills. So the things that we were talking about, like some people like to focus on numbers or others just to review their actions in the previous month, week, or whatever. So it all depends on your style and the things that you want to focus on. And lastly, I just have one last question for you before we maybe open the space for any questions from the audience. And that would be, how often should traders review their journals and what should they look for?
Okay, I can answer this one, Barry.
Please do.
Okay, so when it comes to reviewing your journals, I really think it's just a matter of you as a trader. Um, for me personally, uh, I try to do that daily. If I was a day trader, I would want to do it daily. I'm a swing trader, so for me, it's more of like a weekly thing. A weekly taking a look at things, but of course, because I'm not always in the markets every single day. Sometimes I take a trade and my trade is running for a few days, so nothing has really happened, nothing has really changed until later in the week. So I think it really just depends on your trading style. And then also, kind of like how we mentioned earlier, how it's easy to start a journal, but it's kind of difficult to maintain one. So I said maybe it might help for you to schedule for yourself a specific day of the week or a specific day of the month. Maybe put it on your calendar with a little bell notification to remind you, hey, tomorrow, make sure that you review your trading, or different things like that might help. But I mean, I think mine is just a matter of opinion. Barry, what do you think?
Yeah, you like you said, you can put a notification bell. That's actually ideal. I never thought of that. Yeah, so
It's a good idea, actually.
Yeah, set
mhm.
yourself a reminder. Set yourself like a
Like an
reminder,
alarm. Yeah.
like an alarm or a reminder on a specific
Mhm.
day each week, just to take some time. Just set aside, I don't know, 15 minutes to 30 minutes of time, to kind of just go back. And it could be done on the weekend also, like maybe schedule it on a Saturday or Sunday before the markets open. That way you're not, um, you're not like distracted by what's happening in the markets. The markets are closed, so you can really just focus on analyzing your trading instead.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a really good idea.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Well,
Yep.
I think that, well, those were all of my questions. So thank you so much, guys. I don't know if anyone else has
No.
any other question in the
Any
chat
questions? Anybody?
or comments. They're
Or
always welcome.
comments. Or comments, as long as they're respectful comments.
Yeah, of course.
Respectful, please.
Respect, always.
Yes. RESPCT. So yeah, let us know, guys. We'll give you a minute in case anybody wants to say anything. Otherwise,
Yes. But yeah, those were all the questions that I had for you. And I think you guys gave some like really good answers to, talk about this topic.
absolutely. I mean, I love journaling, but that's just
It's
me.
important. Yeah, it's a habit that like a lot of people should have, including myself, to be
It, it,
honest.
it's really great, especially if you're a newbie, if you're a brand new trader. But for me personally, it's helped me tremendously. Um, yeah, because also sometimes too, something about writing something down helps me to remember it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
if there's like an important change that I need to make, or an important discovery in my analysis that I made, and I write it down, I remember that a lot better the next time I go to my charts than I would if I don't write it down. So um
Yeah.
I think that's another reason why I really value it so much. But well, we just want to say thank you to those of us who have joined us live today just to hang out, have a little chat. We appreciate you so much. If you got any value from this, by any chance, feel free to give us a thumbs up. Leave us some love on YouTube. If you're not already subscribed, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that when we do go live, you're the first to be notified. But other than that, we will be back next Monday
Mm-hmm.
live.
Yes.
And with that,
Remember, guys, to always stay sharp, keep a winning mindset, and remember that with Forex Focus, success is just one trade away. Okay? Just
one
one.
trade away, one trade away.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so much for
so much.
watching, guys. See you next week.
See you next week.